Ever notice how ads always pop up at the worst moments? When the killer's identity is about to be revealed. During that perfect meditation flow. On Amazon Music, we believe in keeping you in the moment. That's why we've got millions of ad-free podcast episodes, so you can stay completely immersed in every story, every reveal, every breath. Download the Amazon Music app and start listening to your favorite podcasts ad-free, included with Prime.
Hey, Nate, I've been getting a lot of weird messages on Instagram where people are saying
dick pics.
That
I get those all the time,
I haven't
dude.
been getting dick pics.
No?
Questions about your past. You're so secretive about everything. Nobody knows where you grew up. Nobody knows, you know how you ended up being so weird. Like where did you even grow up?
Weird.
Like what was high school like?
I mean, that was so long ago. It was so long ago.
Well, and every time we bring it up, you don't want to talk about it,
I was a very awkward kid in high school, okay? It's just, there were some things. Why Instagram? People are reaching out on Instagram.
Well, because they don't want to write to you in the email, so they write to me, and they're like, what's this deal with Nate? Why is he so weird?
The punishment of having a successful podcast.
Yeah, and then so, like, where did you grow up? Did you go to high school? Did you even graduate from high school?
Yes, I went to high school.
Were you a bully? Were you a nerd?
No. Look, I'll be honest. I was a shady sider. Okay, I was originally a shady sider. I didn't have any friends growing up. And then, we moved to Sunnyvale. And then that's when I went to school and I got...
What was so bad about the school? Like, can you tell me
at Sunnyvale? What wasn't?
What year were you in high school?
It's like 97.
All right, well, let's go back to 1997.
All right, this is a complicated story, but bear with me.
Attention class. Everybody settle down. I am Mr. Todd, your American history murder teacher. It's a new elective we're doing in class where we are teaching our youth about murders in the past, so hopefully you do not repeat it again.
Murder's awesome.
Yeah, man, murder is awesome.
Who said that? Murder is not awesome. I'm Mr. Todd, and I will not take any of these shenanigans. We are going to be talking about 1977's murder in the Midwest, where 7 boys were captured, trapped in a basement until they finally recovered this mime character. He was a magician, and he trapped young boys and until one was recovered.
I hope he died soon after.
Now, who keeps blurting out all this monstrous speech?
Mr. Todd, I think it came from over there. That boy.
Nate, did you change your voice?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Fuck you, Teach.
Nate, do you have a recorder in your pocket?
No. Nope. I didn't hear anything. I think the furniture's kicked on. Let's go back to the class.
I think he farted, Teach.
I didn't.
That was not a flagellant. Anyways.
No, sorry, teacher.
This is very serious stuff. 6 children died. Perhaps, are you guys mature enough to handle this type of teaching?
Yeah, yes, I definitely am, and you're right. I did fart. I'm sorry. I have gas.
I'll teach you how to fuck yourself.
Nate, how are you doing that?
I didn't say anything. Can we just go back to the grabber? I didn't say anything.
Well, anyways, the year was 1977. I will not take any more of this shenanigans. I want all of you to partner up in groups of 6. And I want you to stand together, and in immediate time, we'll have 5 of you drop to the floor, and 1 of you stand. And that's what it was like to lose your friends in 1977.
I'll stab you in the face with my spear.
Nate, find a group.
Yep. Yeah.
Nobody will be in your group, huh?
No. They won't.
Susie, Billy, Johnny, leave your groups and start a group with Nate over here.
I'll eat all of you alive.
Excuse me.
Sir, we don't want to be in a group with Nate. He freaks us out, man.
Yeah, I'm good with working by myself.
Nate, get your anus under control. It is farting all over the place. This is not. In fact, why don't you leave the class early and go to the principal's office?
No, teacher. Okay, can I just come clean? Look, I have. Oh God, this is embarrassing. Let me just take off my hat. See, that's him. I have a.
I'm Gabriel, and all of you will fucking die.
That's my conjoined twin, Gabriel. He's excessive, but he's on the back of my head. I'll just put the hat tighter and maybe shut him up and
maybe wrap a bandana around your back of your head or something.
Shut up, Gabriel.
Wrap me up and I'll kill you all. All of you are done. You will die in the name of my Gabriel.
Guys, this is just what he does on first days of school. I'm sorry, just it's not a big deal.
First day of school, last day of school, I'll get you all for laughing.
Let's just go through the lesson. Let's just get back to it.
Well, that's about all the time we have for today. The bell should be ringing any second. Nathan, maybe you should stay behind.
I don't want to be late for my next class. That's the bell. I gotta go. Okay. See you tomorrow, Mr. Todd. Goodbye.
Fuck off.
Sorry.
Man, Nate's weird, man. What the fuck is wrong with him? Is he faking that, or is that real? Does he have something in the back of his head?
Dude, did you see that conjoined twin, man? That thing's freaking scary looking. It's got crazy teeth, big eyes.
Literally pops out the back of his head. Like a fart.
He's a fucking freak. Jesus Christ. Gabriel, you're fucking getting me in trouble on day 1 already? Everyone thinks I'm a freak. Okay, let's just get to
You are a freak, Nate, just like me.
Just shut up. Oh my God, there's Susie.
Wait up! Nate, wait up!
Hey, Susie. You look nice today.
Yeah, I have something to ask you.
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
Would you go to the dance with me?
I would. Yeah, yes, I would love it. The homecoming dance, absolutely. I'd love to go to the dance with you.
Not you. I'm not talking to you.
She's talking to me, Nate.
There's no way she's talking to you.
She's talking to me. She wants a guy with balls. A guy that can swing dick. A guy that can...
I have dick.
Take the breath out of her lungs.
I have balls and dick, Susie. Don't listen to him.
Turn around, Nate.
I would rather go with him.
Turn around, Nate.
Fuck. Jesus. All right, fine.
Hey, Susie. You want to suck hair and face?
Oh my God, you're so crazy. I love it. There's something about you. You're just so edgy and...
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on back there?
Shut up, Nate.
Give me a kiss, Susie.
Oh my God, you
Nate,
taste...
use your hand to grab her ass.
I can't grab her ass from behind. What are you doing?
I love you, Susie.
You taste like menthol cigarettes and chewed bubblegum.
I'll kill you after prom.
I love it. You're so edgy. You're exactly so different from the other guys.
After prom.
You're gonna murder.
Fuck you, Nate.
God, you are just so sexy.
Oh, damn, Nate. That's what high school was like? You were getting one-upped by your demon conjoined monster.
Girl I talked to before I had him removed, he cock
So
blocked
that's why
me
you
with.
don't talk about your past.
Do you know how hard it is to have sex with a girl from behind so he could look at her in the
Well, it
eyes?
sounds like you weren't having sex with a girl. Sounds like
I was not. No.
Sounds like you were bumping butts and
There was a butt bumping. Yeah, there's bun bumping pretty much. Yeah, it was an awful time. I couldn't do anything alone. I mean, you know, when you're a teenage boy, you kind of experience yourself,
Well, now
right?
I understand why you don't talk about your past, but
Yeah.
we got a podcast to do.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Yeah, let's just do the podcast.
Episode 64, The Horror of 2021, The Savage Horror Creeps. As normal, I am here with Nate, and I am Corey, and I am or am not connected to Nate. You don't know.
No, I got rid of one twin. We cannot go back. He ruined my entire
we are
childhood.
going to do our last year in the 2020s, besides years to come, and we are doing 2021, the year after the COVID. So weird year, and we'll get into the top 10 movies of that. But before we do that, we will get right into horror news.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
All right, man. Well, Fantastic Fest has been going on. I know I've been hearing some news out of that. Have you?
Oh, yeah. So word on the street is that Black Phone 2 is okay. Stranger Things Part 2 is worse than it's ever been. The big standout of Fantastic Fest is the movie Obsession. A decent movie, Dolls. Fantastic Fest happens in Austin, Texas, right?
I believe so, yes.
And so they let you watch pretty much every movie that's coming out for the rest of the year that weekend. And
a lot of them were
people like
surprises.
Don Coscarelli show up and talk about their fucking movies.
Yep.
And all kinds of stuff. And I
heard some very good things about Black Phone 2. I think it's everything that we...
See, I've heard some really good things, and I've heard some mediocre things.
Oh, really?
That it is a blatant ripoff of Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm kind of okay with the sequel going that route. You know, we haven't had a Nightmare on Elm Street in a while. That sounds fun. I've been hearing very good things about it. Apparently, from what I've been hearing, everything that we've been seeing in the trailer and that vibe that we've been getting is what the movie is actually going to be, which is exciting because there's so many rope-a-dopes with trailers nowadays that I'm just excited that, oh shit, it has a Nightmare on Elm Street vibe, and then we're actually going to get that vibe. Sounds like an interesting way to set up the sequel. The movie Primate, I've heard. Have you heard about that one?
Yeah, that one was another one.
Johannes Roberts, the guy that did 47 Meters Down and Strangers Pray at Night. He did one about a crazy primate that, like, people get locked inside a house with like a rabid monkey. That is very violent. And apparently it's got some good gore. It's over the top. It's crazy. It's a lot of fun. Been hearing good things about that one. What else have we... Oh, yeah, Strangers Part 2, I've heard will undoubtedly go down as the worst horror movie of this year.
I mean, no way it's worse than some of them, but...
I don't know, because everyone that has come out of that, it has honestly put me off from seeing it.
People are really angry.
They're saying that it's just nothing but a filler to get to Part 3. It's just 90 minutes of the main character from the first film just avoiding the strangers.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew that going in there, and everybody should go into that with low expectations. But I'll tell you what, I saw Strangers Part 1 alone in the movie theater, and it was a little disappointing. And we all knew that they said that was going to set up
A
2 and 3.
trilogy, yeah.
And then, you know, so they had to do that so that we could get this good movie, and everybody went in there thinking it wasn't going to be good, and it And it met everybody's expectations. It was everything they thought it would be. But
Yeah.
I watched Strangers Chapter 1 another time, and I'm still kind of excited, and I don't think it'll be the worst movie, but I don't think it's going to be great either. It's not going to blow my mind.
Man, I haven't heard one single good thing about it, about anyone that's seen it so far. And I guess it releases this weekend, so we'll see what the actual public thinks about it. But I don't know, man. It seems sketchy.
Did you hear about this, though? Kenan Thompson from All That, Saturday
did.
Night Live, is partnering with the creators of the original Sleepaway Camp to make a new Sleepaway Camp.
Yep.
And although this is great news because I want more Sleepaway Camp in my life, I love Sleepaway Camp. I love Sleepaway Camp 2 even more than any of the other Sleepaway Camps.
It's a fun
I love
trilogy,
those movies. Are you cool with this Kenan Thompson idea?
You know,
I mean, he's got money.
he's got money.
He's got push. And that's what Sleepaway Camp needs.
Here's the thing. So he's a comedian, right?
Yeah.
Kenan
But
Thompson.
so is Jordan Peele.
Yeah, but that's what I like about it, though, is that comedians by nature learn how to make things effective because, like, think about a structure of a joke. They know how to structure it up so when the punchline comes, it actually hits you.
So is he writing it or producing it?
I don't really know. I don't think anyone knows at this point, but I know he's producing it for sure. But that's the thing why I think a lot of these comedians are so good in horror is because they know how to structure things so that it hits you with a punchline. So when horror, if you want a good scare, they know how to construct stuff and make it in a way they're just naturally good at that. And so that's why I'm excited that
the writer is the original writer, Robert Hiltzit.
is he doing the story or is he actually coming back to write it?
I think they're writing it together from this.
Oh, that'd
from
be
this
wild.
Disgusting point.
That'd be wild.
Keenan and him are writing it together.
So here's the thing. You can't do this movie in 2025, though, right?
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Movies are back. Horror movies are back. COVID's over.
Yeah, I know, but with like the sensitive subject of the transgender and the LGBT.
Well, they're going to
stuff.
have to change a story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to have to make some changes to the storyline, right?
No.
Well, because in the 80s, her having a dick was a big.
I mean, it's
was
a
a big
remake,
thing,
so
right?
it's got to be.
Now, if you have a dick, it's like
Maybe
whatever.
they'll just be a little bit more. It won't be. Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to write around it being socially acceptable and
right.
not funny anymore.
Yeah, I guess it was a little funny and surprising back then. Now it's like, okay, you have a dick. That's cool. I have one too. What is the shock?
Is it your dick or is it Gabriel's?
I don't want to talk about it, Corey.
I,
But anyway, so I'm excited to see what new hook they're going to make on it because I still think there's a way to make this movie happen and make it an interesting story that still has the impact. But you're gonna have to do something different with the story than from what they did in the 80s. So, yeah, I'm excited for it.
have you heard about the new movie they just announced, Night Patrol, with the headline "Defang the Police"? It's got Justin Long in it.
I have, yes.
And it's about vampire cops. Dermot Mulroney's in it, and a whole bunch of other people.
Oh, I like him.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you heard about this new movie? Apparently, it's coming out in October. It's called Primitive War.
No.
It is with Ryan Quanten.
I don't know who that is.
He was the blonde dumb guy from True Blood.
Oh.
And so apparently it's a Vietnam movie where they're like going to war, but then they land in this like, I don't know, prehistoric island or something like that, and they start getting massively attacked by dinosaurs. And so it's like a hard R Jurassic Park set in Vietnam era times. Sounds kind of interesting though. If they go over the top with like the gore and the dinosaur attacks, it could be a better version of Carnosaur, something like that.
Yeah, that's not that hard to do.
But it's got decent reviews. It comes out in October. I don't know. That'd be cool to see Apocalypse Now mixed with Jurassic Park, but like make it hard R, which I've heard that it is. So I'm it sounds like just the right cheese for me, honestly.
Right on. Well, yeah, so that's it for news and what we know. A lot of new movies being announced for the next year coming out and everything like that. And then
Did you watch any
everybody
new ones?
watched it. I did watch one movie You've watched a lot more than me, but the only movie I watched was Shudder's Night of the Reaper.
I watched that too. Yes.
And I didn't think it was that good, and I know that you did, and everybody else is saying that's like, oh, it's so good. It's so
I mean,
good.
I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was
2
okay.
or 2.5.
The first half of that movie, I was like, hey, I appreciate the old throwback to the 80s, but this really isn't doing anything for me. It was kind of that weird whodunit police procedural thing. Then it gets to about the 60% mark, and then it does have a twist that I thought was interesting, but it doesn't 100% save the film.
I didn't really like it. I kind of liked the throwback.
What did you give it?
Stranger Things.
I didn't see your rating on Letterboxd. Oh, yeah, you did. You gave it 2 stars. I only gave it a 3. I mean,
unoriginal killer, stupid mask.
It did take some
bad acting, stupid main
Scream
character.
familiar turns, But
well, at first I thought it was going to be like a throwback, fucking Stranger Things type thing. And then it kind of turned into like a cop thing. And then the twist I didn't think was good and obvious. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well,
you can tell by the casting.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
How that was going to
That's the problem is when you make these low budget movies
and you can only afford to pay one actor.
And you're like, well, I know it's that fucking actor. Same thing with Scream 6. They had one of the killers you've seen before in many movies, and you're like, well, it's probably him.
Yeah. You're not going to sign up to be a suspect.
Right. So it's just kind of, I don't know. And that definitely felt like that. I've seen this character before.
I've been so busy with preparations for turning 40, and something happens to werewolves when they turn 40. So I had to do a lot of preparations and, make a bunker. And so I haven't been able to go to the movie theaters in like 3 weeks.
I know. You've been really missing out. I thought you were going to see The Long Walk.
I haven't seen The Long Walk yet. I might go Saturday. I haven't seen him. And obviously, I haven't seen Stranger Things or the
the Strangers.
Strangers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Whoops. But you have, so I want you to give me non-spoiler reviews. Like, it's okay if you want to spoil our listeners, that's fine. But I haven't seen these.
No.
So I want you to be very careful.
Well, I saw The Long Walk. We talked about that on the Howling episode.
And I'm guessing that it's going to be more sad than horrific.
It is very dramatic. Yes, but I think it's one of the best Stephen King adaptations that has been done in the last 10, 15 years, probably. Since The Mist. I'm going to say since The Mist.
You really liked that New Salem's Lot.
No, I didn't really like it. I released the director's cut. Maybe I will. But I think it is a great movie. Is it horror? I think it is. But it's brutal, man. It's got some brutal things, but it'll pull at your heartstrings too. I think it's a really great quality movie.
And you did not see him, but you've announced that you're never going to watch it.
No, that's Strangers Part 2, honestly, that I'm never going to watch, but I probably will. Him, though...
You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it,
okay.
And the more I saw trailers for it, the less excited I got. And then when it released, I heard it is pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's nothing special to it. And I was like, damn it. So now I'm put off a little bit. I will see it definitely for our end of the year episode. Wow. The only other new movie that I've seen, which was not in theaters as VOD, was the new Witchboard. And I love the first one. But this is... It's in name only.
Yeah, you can tell by the cover the movie's not good.
But it was directed by Chuck Russell, who did Dream Warriors and the Blob remake, back in the 80s. He had some talent there, so I was really excited.
It's not good, though, right?
It is not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. It feels like a direct-to-video streamer. It's pretty generic. It had some good cast members in it, but, man, it's not great.
Just like the first one?
A lot of CGI stuff.
Better than the first one?
No, absolutely not. The first one, I love the first one. But it's not better than the second one.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. I would definitely wait until it's free somewhere. Don't go out there and buy it.
How much did you pay for it? How much did you pay?
I have ways.
Oh, you did it you just pirated it?
I didn't say that. I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, all right. Yeah, that's what I watched, and we're going to be watching a lot of stuff this weekend. And last news, we have booked our Halloween party for November 1st, the day after Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
In Eau Claire, Wisconsin. November 1st, Saturday, day after Halloween. We're going to let everybody do their Halloween things with their children, friends, and loved ones. And then we are going to go all out and add one more day to Halloween because that's what we do here.
Oh, I'm so excited for it.
So if you are in the area, Red Mixer, free show, costume party. $100, 3 winners.
Wouldn't it be cool to get some like faraway listeners in on that too? Because we have a lot of listeners that
I'd
reach
feel
out.
bad if they drove too far.
Oh fuck! Well,
We'd have to let them stay at your
again,
house.
the offer stands. If you're driving a long way, I'll put you up. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. Yeah, but we always have a blast. We always throw some great Halloween parties. The podcast does, and then yeah, they're always packed. Games, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, love it. Love it. A great time.
All right. We got some emails, right?
We do. Yes, we do.
Did you really put her liver in the mailbox? Because I heard that they found her liver in the mailbox next to her spleen and her pancreas.
Randy, you goon, fucking trying to eat here.
Just getting mad, right? Better live her alone. Live her alone.
All right, yeah, we got a couple of emails, but first I wanted to shout out listener Martin was reaching out to us on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, just wondering about the new episodes and like, hey.
We were a day late and he let us know.
Yeah, we always have a mid-month and we always have a beginning of the month. So, yeah, just want to say we appreciate everyone that reaches out and love when people stay on it because, hey, it's just nice to know that people are excited about listening to the other episodes. So if you want to get in touch with us, we are on Facebook, Instagram. You can bug us on there. We love it. And then if you want, you can email into the podcast at savagehorrorcreeps@gmail.com. Now we have a couple emails from a few listeners that we haven't heard from in a while. So first one would be Emily, listener Emily. She says, "Hey, Savage Horror Creeps, it's been a bit since I've written in, but feel the need to since a significant milestone was achieved. Thanks to Jacoby, my very first Crypticon was in the books. That's right. We went to Crypticon recently. That was a fun time. Corey and I were there. Between that and Jacoby's book signing earlier this year, I'm blown away by the support in the horror community I've discovered. Even if I'm still very much a horror noob, the people I met are so welcoming and it feels great. And that's the one thing that we've always said about the horror community, no matter where we go, whether it's here, online, wherever, fans all over the world, the horror community is among the best. I
don't know. I mean, I was there 3 days. All the creeps were there one day. Emily was only there 2 days. I saw her on Friday too, but I feel like I'm the only one that really was there.
Okay. Well, Corey is the king of Crypticon this year.
I mean, maybe I wasn't there at 5 o'clock in the morning running around drunk, but I was there open to close.
Emily continues on and says, another important thing to mention is I've given a top 5 a much needed update. So it's been a while since she emailed in. But we always give our top 5 on this podcast, especially when we have guests on and things like that. And she's given us our top 5. So if anyone else wants to email in their top 5, please do it because we love the diversity that everyone has. But she says she's updated The Carrie, number 1 from 1976. Midsommar is number 2. Number 3 is Skinamarink. I still champion that one. Little Shop of Horrors from 1986. That's a fun one. And The Faculty from number 5. Number 5 was initially The Hand That Rocks the Cradle for me, Emily goes on, but that's not really horror, is it? And it got me thinking, when does a movie become a horror movie? Is it aesthetic? Does there have to be a killer or a monster? Bloodshed? I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on that. But I'd love to hear you finally talk about the original Carrie. And yes, I'll be giving you shit until you guys do.
We will do the last episode.
The very last episode. We even do 76 and we don't do that. We just don't place it on purpose.
And, Emily, we talk a lot about the podcast and whatnot. And I wish that I had more control over what year all the movies were made. but we got to split them up, and we got to do, we got the 70s, we got the 80s, we got the 90s, we got the 2000s, all these things, and we try to spread them out beyond decade, and then within the decade, it is a random roll. And I do believe that Carrie came out, what year was it, 76?
Yeah.
76 is our 1970s sleeper we are holding on to for the right episode at the right time. And, our long-awaited Stephen King episode, that would be featured on that. Like, we keep on talking about things like Leprechaun and Candyman. It's just the roll of the dice. I know that you are dying to hear our opinion on Carrie, but as of now, the only Carrie we like is that remake, right?
The Chloe Grace Moretz.
Because we've covered that one. I'm just kidding. We will do it, but you're just going to have to be patient. We are more than halfway through all the years that we've ever done, so It can't be too long, and when it comes, it'll be just that sweet.
Yeah, only 2 more years. She also goes on to talk about some horror in video games, which I know that other listeners have said that we should do an episode on or something like that. She says that some of her horror in video games, her favorites were Little Misfortune by Kill Monday Games and Fran Bow. Both are point-and-click games, but beautifully fucked up, both visually and storytelling wise. You guys did an episode on books of horror, and I think it'd be cool to have an episode where you cover other types of media, such as video games, short stories, short films. Yeah, we've talked about that before too, and that is one day. I've also fallen down a rabbit hole of VHS since obtaining my parents' mini TV with the built-in VCR. Yeah, it sounds like everyone in the horror community is getting back into the retro VHS thing, right?
Yeah, it's making it harder for people like me to get them.
Yeah, you and me both. I'm attempting to exercise my willpower, but there's a local shop that have $1 tables, and it makes it infinitely more difficult. That's all I've got for now. Looking forward to this year's Halloween party as well as the years in review. I think 2025 has been a great year for horror, and I hope the movie industry can keep this momentum going. Until next time, stay spooky. Listener Emily. So
Emily, if you are looking for a video game horror podcast, I would try Zero Brightness. They discuss horror video games, good, bad, retro, new, all kinds of stuff. I do not play video games. I think that video games are bad for your brain. I think that video games are a waste of life when you have thousands beyond thousands beyond thousands of B horror movies to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't read books either. I think if somebody made a video game, we would cover it.
You think so?
And then that guy from Barbarian is making a Resident Evil movie that's going to be bonkers. Maybe we'll do a video game horror, but I don't know what the obsession is about it. I mean, I get it. They're fun. I remember Resident Evil scaring me as a kid, but
sure.
I don't know.
When was Crypticon? We did that, on...
it was 13th.
13th, right? Okay, so I want to make sure we actually got 3 emails on, because listener Tack emailed in. I totally forgot about this one. I'm sorry, Tack. But it's been a while since we've heard from you, too. And he goes, yo, creeps. It's been a minute, just dropping in, letting you know that I'm still listening. I recently moved to Cincinnati from Georgia, and your podcast was one of the ones that helped me get through the long move. That's awesome. How the fuck did we live without the internet? Haha. This last week, I saw The Long Walk. I thought it was a really thought-provoking, intense movie, but wanted to ask you all if you thought it was horror. I think it is. And I know Corey hasn't.
A little bit in the
Yep. There is some gore. It's Stephen King after all, but at times it felt more drama than horror. What do y'all think? Loving the episodes and can't wait to hear the new ones coming out for the spooky season. Cheers, Tack.
That's the same thing that Emily said. She said, what is horror? How do you tell if it's horror?
Yeah.
And Tack's asking whether or not The Long Walk's horror or not. I like to give it a pass. So, I mean, yes, we had a discussion about thrillers, how thrillers are different than horror in the fact where they have tension, but they're not totally fucked up. See, it's like rock and roll. Like, blues are still rock and roll. They're just, it's just like a different type of it, and it depends on, art is subjective, right? So if you look at it and you feel horrified, or if you think that this is the type of art that horror is to you, a horror movie to one person and another person doesn't have to be the same thing. It's not cut and dry. It's art. Yeah. All art is different. You know, you could say abstract art, realism art, but you could look at realism in a different way and it could be horror to you. If you watch it and you feel interested, if you feel a little spooked out, if you went, oh, gross, or if you went, anything that scares you or anything that gets your mind working in the spooky way, I think counts as horror. And sometimes we disagree, me and Nate, even on whether or not something's horror or not. But if one person thinks it's horror, it's horror.
Yeah, and I think you put that very eloquently. Horror is art, and art is subjective. And so, yeah, it's all about the feeling based. I've seen some movies that you could consider them dramas if you wanted to. Yeah. But then they have this super dark ending and it makes me feel horrified. I think The Long Walk, for that, using that example from Tack, is horror because there's some pretty fucking horrific things that happen in it. Even though there's no slashers, there's no monsters, there's nothing like that, you know?
I think that if any movie is questioned on whether or not it's horror or not, it is. Because all it takes is one person to think you're crazy and you're a nut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I could see that. Yep.
So if one person feels horrified or feels scared from a single movie, it's horror. The degrees, maybe not. But yes, The Long Walk is horror. People die. There's blood. There's gore. If you can think of at least two reasons to why it could be horror, it probably is.
Yeah.
Because somebody out there is feeling it, you know?
I've never been more tense in a movie as of late than when, just a minor spoiler for the movie.
I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll close my ears.
Okay. No, it's very inconsequential to the movie, but these guys are walking for miles, and basically the premise of the movie is you walk until there's only one person left walking, right? Okay, well, what about bodily functions? Pissing is probably easy for these boys to do, but they cover what happens when you gotta shit. And it's pretty tense because that's not something you could do while you're walking easily. So
I've done it before.
And you'll probably do it again. But I'm just saying, it gets covered and it made me feel fucking tense. So it was something. But yeah.
If you're wondering if it's horror, it's horror.
I like it. So yeah. So thank you, Tack, for emailing in. And we got one more this week. Good week for all the emails coming in. And this one is from listener, she goes by Curdy.
Okay.
It's Kristen, but a.k.a. Curdy. She's like, hey, guys, love the podcast. I wrote in a few weeks ago, and I'm the one that Anthony, Dracula, a.k.a. Dracula, a.k.a. the demonic thrust, told me to check.
A.k.a. Little Argento.
Little Argento, that's right. Told me to check your podcast out, and I binged every episode. Wow, that is an achievement. Wow, thank you. I wanted to ask, and have you guys ever heard of horror movies or psycho thrillers having alternate meanings at the end? Not alternate endings, but especially with psycho thrillers, those movies actually mean something else than what the majority of people have assumed the end of the story is. I found a new rabbit hole and thought you guys would appreciate it. For example, Shutter Island. Great psycho thriller movie.
I love that movie.
Do you love that movie? Okay. Yeah, we've never covered it before. Is it horror?
Yeah.
Okay.
All it takes is one person to think it's horror.
That's true. Great she calls it a psycho thriller movie.
Psychological.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, then stop reading this now because I don't want to spoil anything.
What movie are we talking about?
Shutter Island.
Okay.
Yeah, Shutter Island.
I see it.
She posts a link to a YouTube video where someone really breaks it down, but,
I've watched those videos.
If no one wants the spoiler of Shutter Island's ending, then fast forward 2 minutes, because we'll wrap it up in 2 minutes. So that's your 2-minute warning right there. All right, I'm going into spoilers now. She says, general consensus, Leo is a patient at the insane asylum, and the entire staff and quote-unquote patients are quote unquote, in on helping to treat Leo's PTSD from World War II. This is one thing I don't remember. And how his wife killed his family, and then he killed his wife.
Well, this is the twist end.
This is the alternate, potentially alternate ending. Leo's character is a World War II vet, this is the theory, who has PTSD, but the government has an island where these doctors try to alternate their realities so that they succumb to procedures like a lobotomy, making them essentially zombies, but they still have their military training, and these patients are basically zombies, are built to build a new military. I thought it was a far-fetched until Leo's last line in the movie. It blew my mind, and I watched the movie again. So I will put this link in the show notes for anyone that really wants to dive into that, because that's one thing I've never gotten out of Shutter Island. I just thought he was kind of crazy. And, but yeah, so I will excited to check out this YouTube
I haven't watched this movie in a
link.
long time, so it's hard for me to jump back into it.
And I'll make sure to post Curdy's link in there for people that want to go and deeper dive into the into this ending. But she says it blew my mind, and I'll watch the movie again. The biggest thing is the Easter eggs that's presented in the YouTube link I attached. Yeah. Okay, cool. My apologies for the long email, but I just love horror movies, especially psychological thrillers. So keep up the good work, and I love to hear the next episode. Curdy, the thriller-loving janitor. That's what she said. So
yeah,
awesome.
Leonardo DiCaprio is great and everything, and he's got a new movie coming out today. One Battle After Another that I really want to see, but it's 3 hours long, and I hate going to movies in the theater for 3 hours. But it's going to be great. His performance was great there, and yes, after I watched Shutter Island, I did YouTube video it, and it did make the movie much better. Psychological thrillers that have weird endings, and this was before everybody did it. This was one of the first, like, what the fuck is happening? I don't understand this. I need to watch it either 6 times or I need to have somebody break it down for me.
Right.
Yeah, I do that a lot, and I know I'm victim of accidentally doing that with movies that we cover and then repeating things that other people say. So if I ever copied anything that I've heard and I read anything after that, I apologize for that. But yes, the YouTube phenomenon of people making movies better for you is a huge thing, and I think that's cool that you pointed that out.
Okay, yeah. No, it's great. And so, again, Emily, Tack, and Curdy, thank you all for emailing in. That was awesome. Great to hear from you guys. Great that you're still listening. And if you ever want to get in touch with us, Facebook, Instagram, or SavageHorrorCreeps@gmail.com.
Or my phone number, 715-379-0703. You guys didn't have the guts to do that last time I said that. Maybe you just don't care. Maybe you really do want to talk to Nate, but...
okay. Did you just really give out your podcast?
Yeah, it's like the third time I've done it.
That was your real...
Nobody's got the guts to text me.
Okay, all right. But yeah, no, that's great. Happy to hear from everyone. And yeah, if anyone wants to also help out the podcast but doesn't maybe want to email in, hey, go on Spotify, go on iTunes, wherever you listen to your podcast, and leave a 5-star review. That does help out the podcast, believe it or not.
All right, let's get into 2021.
Here we go.
You know how people say, you're okay in my book, or in my book, that's no good. Well, I actually have a book. And everybody I ever meet goes in this book. And now I've met you, and you're going in the book. Except, I'm afraid I must file you under chicken shit.
All right. So me and Nate both made our lists of our top 13 movies from 2021. He gave me mine. I gave me his. We put a number thing. We added them up. We figured out which one is the best, which one is the worst. We have 3 honorable mentions. And our first honorable mention is all me, because I'm the only one that voted for it. And it is Willy's Wonderland. And yes, I get it. This movie sucks. It's It's got Nicolas Cage. It is a Five Nights at Freddy ripoff before Five Nights at Freddy came out. I think.
Yep.
I think there was some producers that knew Five Nights at Freddy was about to blow up and it was going to be a really popular movie, and they were like, "Let's beat him to the punch.
Well,
let's send a script to Nicolas Cage."
Yeah,
and
they tried for a long time to get the Five Nights at Freddy's movie made. Like that was around for years. Not these people, but like just Hollywood. So the idea was there.
So now we have Nicolas Cage right off of Mandy and some of his greatest films he's ever made, Color Out of Space and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And he was super excited about this film. And he showed up to Willy's Wonderland playing a character that does not speak.
Yeah.
Which is weird because you got such a good actor. Let's not have him speak. That's stupid. But, well, it was a challenge for Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage shows up as a super badass, purple punch drinking motherfucker, breaks down his car, needs to make $1,000, so he is gonna clean a Five Nights at Freddy type place. And he shows up, takes some breaks, drinks a lot of purple punch, meets some teenagers, kills some animatronics. Gus the Gorilla is a personal favorite of mine. Yes, it's silly. Yes, it's nonsensical. Yes, it doesn't bring value to the world, but I like it better than Five Nights at Freddy's.
I do too. I think it's the best version of this because there was another one that came out too, wasn't there? That's not Five Nights at Freddy's. Which one am I thinking of?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I agree. I think that this is the better version.
If you're in the mood to drink purple punch,
Banana Splits movie.
Oh yeah,
that's the one.
If you're in the mood to watch silent Nicolas Cage,
he's
beat
great
the
in it.
Shit out of puppeteers and our people in puppet outfits. It's gory. It's stupid, but if you want to just turn your brain off and get stoned and drink some purple punch so it's like a video game thing, right? Every time he takes a break and drinks his punch, he levels up and he fights a stronger animatronic.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was fun. I thought it was stupid, but I like stupid. So
yeah.
I wanted to give this one a little bit of play, and if you go into it thinking it's going to be like good,
it's pretty low budget. I would say it,
but it's a one-man show. I mean, it's satanic, it's evil, it's bloody, it's got Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage is great in it. It's just a little rough around the edges with it being so low budget, and then the other people that are in it just, I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
That one famous chick from all the other movies, from Ginger Snaps.
Was she in that? I don't think she was in that. But anyway,
you know who I'm talking about.
I do know who you're talking about. Yeah.
The one with the weird voice. Anyways, but that's our number 3 honorable mention, Willy's Wonderland. Check it out. If you like Five Nights at Freddy's, it might offend you, but if you don't like it and you want a better version of the same type of thing that you were looking for in the first Five Nights at Freddy's, Willy's Wonderland might be your thing.
I was actually a little surprised that our next one even made the list too.
It made the list because of you.
Well, yeah, but I had it pretty low down on my list, and I don't think you even placed it, right? So for it to get 12 was surprising. But
well, then why'd you put it at number 9?
I didn't put it at number 9.
Put it at number 10.
I think it might have been at number 10, yeah. Werewolves Within.
Surprised something that made your top 10 that you put in your top 10, huh?
Yeah, when a movie doesn't place... it's kind of surprised to see it on the list, but I guess that's just how the ranking works.
We did a whole bunch of werewolf watching, and I watched this for the werewolf episode that we did. That was our last episode. That was a lot of fun to do. I wolfed out. Nate did not wolf out. And then now Nate wants to wolf out in this episode.
Well, I'm still going to keep my pants on. But
Werewolves Within is a comedy movie whodunit about a new cop in a new town. We talked about it last episode.
Hey, that's a video game. Based on a video game.
Oh, really?
We did one. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Ha-ha.
Werewolf shows up at the end. Werewolf is kind of dumb looking, but kind of not the worst that I've ever seen. Not enough werewolf, too much comedy. See, and then you go around sometimes saying this isn't horror.
Well, it's a werewolf one. There's people getting killed. I love the whodunit aspect
All
of it.
All it takes is one person to think it's a horror movie.
It's a comedy version of Howling 5, pretty much. The thing that made it work for me is I really like the Sam Richardson character, the main guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
Nice guy. He was really funny. I thought he did a great job in it. I love him from the Detroiters. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
He works with Tim Robinson
a lot. Yeah, and he's
a nice guy.
He's great in this movie.
And there's nothing wrong with being a nice guy.
No, definitely not.
Like, what is so wrong with being nice?
But, there's some comedy that works in here for me. Yes, it is very comedy heavy. But, I do love the whole werewolf thing, werewolf who done it. And, it had some surprises in there, a little bit of gore. I mean, I think it's for fans that want a light horror comedy.
Honorable mention, you might have some fun with that if you like werewolves.
Yeah.
Our number 11, our last honorable mention, we talked about it in our very first episode of the Savage Horror Creeps, and I think we didn't quite nail down the specifics of what year it belongs in, but this was released in 2021. The Sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Zombie movie?
It is it's a rage virus almost, right?
It's kind of like
it's an infection one.
But it counts kind of as a zombie movie to me, and it is fucking bonkers. It is fucking nuts. It is
brutal and
hard to
bleak.
understand, but very bloody, very cruel, very mean, very sad.
It is very sad.
It's just so sad that all that stuff happened. I mean, and I guess that's why they called it the Sadness.
The Sadness. Yeah.
I think that the actors did a really good job making it seem real and being very demonic, and they're the evil.
I mean, what's the movie really about, right? It's about an infection that kind of breaks out and the entire town goes crazy, right?
Well, there's some people that are immune, and it's about love. It's about sadness, man. It's about God darn it.
Yeah, like all the people get sad before they become incredibly violent.
Well, they become violent, perverse, carnal. You should check it out.
It's a really bleak movie, though. Just know that you're not going to feel good watching this movie.
Give you the sadness.
It's going to give you the sadness, yeah. But the
gore is top notch, dude. And the sadness is top notch. And the shock value is top notch. And it actually has got really good camera work. And
yeah, it's a well done movie, but it is just, it's an intense one to watch. And
Train to Busan for sickos.
Yeah. It's kind of like a more perverse Train to Busan. I also think this got way overhyped when it first released. Well, everyone seemed to love this one of like, oh, this is so intense and stuff like that. And it is, but like, I don't know. It's not the most enjoyable watch,
right?
Right?
Time giving it a good review because you're so sad.
Yeah, I'm sick of it making me sad. And I want less blood in my orgies, by the way, too. Yeah, there's some.
I disagree.
There's some intense stuff.
Right. We don't want the blood to dry, but
it's a Korean film though too, right? So it is subtitled, so be prepared for that. But hey, it's
a good movie. You should check it out. It's not for everyone, but for most people,
there is definitely a scene that everyone talks about that I'm sure you will also talk about when you see it too. So I won't spoil it. I'll just leave it there, but you'll know when it happens.
All right, our true top 10 movies of 2021, and Netflix showed up for this one, which it usually doesn't, and we'll start off with Netflix right now on Nate's pick. I disagree. I think you got tricked by filters.
No.
And one cool scene, but it is Cursed, aka
8 for Silver.
8 for Silver.
Yeah.
I did not like this movie. This was in my 20s. It was near the bottom of my list, but Nate was really in the mood from werewolves, and tell me why you love this one.
Well, first of all, you get this interesting, Boyd Holbrook fan right here. So you got him in the main character.
But it's a fancy filter, and in one
it's a period piece about werewolves, but it also plays a lot like The Thing as well. And if you're mashing up The Thing and werewolves in like the 1700s or whenever the hell it was, I'm all in for that. Does it pull off everything that it was doing? No, not 100%. But I mean, it still feels very original. It still feels like a great mashup, a good tense mashup of the things that I love. Werewolves, The Thing, the literal thing. I just think there's some like really great gothic, creepy atmosphere in this movie. And
I'll agree with you.
It's an interesting story.
I'll agree with you in the fact that they shot it like a the gothic filters, the
Yeah.
darkness, the landscapes, the settings, the scenery. They had a really good stage. As far as the performances, yeah, the guy's kind of good looking, but he's...
I don't care if he was good looking.
He was small. I did not believe that he was brave. I thought that the characters were generic and personalityless. I thought that the transformation was kind of interesting with all the blacks, but yet it's Netflix. Netflix is getting made fun of in 2021 for not having any good horror movies. Basically, what do they have? The Babysitter and shit. So then this year they're trying to make a serious gothic toned, deep black filtered film with one awesome transformation scene. I thought that the movie was slow, boring,
it's methodically
generic,
paced, yeah,
nothing new. But I did enjoy the aesthetic. It was pleasing to my eyes because I like that scenescape, and I think that I was tricked into thinking that this is a great movie, but when I stepped back and was trying to focus on the story and the characters, I just felt like it was a trick.
It was nice to see kind of like a new Wolfman take. You know, it was more like this virus and more like this disgusting thing rather than a typical werewolf transformation, you know.
Well, then you kill it and then there's like an evil pod thing inside of it.
Yeah, you get some like great creature effects in there
it's
too.
It's the third time I've watched this movie and it just didn't get it for me.
Kelly Riley's in it, you know, know her from like Yellowstone as Beth. She was fantastic, I think. But yeah, it's just an interesting werewolf take on it. I think there's a reason why we probably left it off our best werewolf ones in the last episode, because I don't think it's up there. But it is a very unique take on a werewolf that also blends in. I'm sorry, but I see shades of The Thing left and right in this thing.
I didn't see that.
And no, not even in like when they're cutting the. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
there's an autopsy scene.
So they copied some effects.
But the effects are great. If you got to copy one and pull it off, I mean, the effects were very well done, I thought.
I think that you're out there looking for something that's like The Thing, and I think you're going to be waiting for a long time. And if you can find a small glimpse of The Thing, you're going to get all excited about it. But
yeah, maybe.
Just watch The Thing again.
But I will say that I really wish they kept the original name, which was 8 for Silver. I don't know why they changed it to The Curse. 8 for Silver is a great
because
thing.
It's Netflix and they're trying to trick you.
This wasn't a Netflix movie though. I mean, it's streaming
been on
Netflix
since forever.
Yeah, and it did get released during the COVID times, which is why we didn't even do fucking history tonight on what happened in 2021, because it was like nothing happened. It was pretty much COVID
We
times.
all watched Eddington.
Yeah, right. So we didn't even do that tonight. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if you want an interesting take on a werewolf movie and a period piece, check out The Cursed.
All right, that's number 10. Number 9, how do you say his name? Edgar Wright.
Yes.
Edgar Wright's horror opus, Last Night in Soho, starring Anya Taylor-Joy and a girl that kind of looks familiar, but I can never remember her name. So we have the creator of Shaun of the Dead that made one of the funniest horror zombie parodies of all time, a past Savage Horror Creep champion film. Now he took a little break. He made some movies that were not horror movies, and then he finally decided to come back and give a shot and make a serious, not comedy horror film that often gets labeled as a thriller. Because the horror does not show up right away. It's a story about a young girl that wants to be a fashion designer that travels to the city where her mother lived and did a whole bunch of weird shit, and then abandoned her, and then despite her grandmother's advice to maybe not do it, she does it, does not mingle well with the college students that she's surrounded by, decides to go rent out a nice, cute little place next to the Soho with the cool neon sign. And when she goes to sleep at night, she travels into a different world, into a different person's body, who was a singer turned prostitute. Because apparently the moral of the story is the 1960s looked cool, but they were not cool. Not for a woman. Not in that city, because you had to fuck every rich man that you met. And so as she unravels this amazing story about a young girl trying to be a singer and being surrounded by Johns and men that wanted to use her for only her beauty, she unravels a mystery about a bunch of ghost Johns, and then there's a big twist where who you think is the good guy or the good girl might be the bad girl, and that's a slight spoiler, sorry about that, but we get some Giallo-esque murders, kills, and a little ghost story. I mean, you love ghost stories. And you love Giallo.
Mm-hmm.
They took ghost stories. They took Giallo. And I do think that the one climax scene where most of the death, mayhem, blood, attacking, and knives happen is pretty epic. It does take a little while to go to it. That's why I put a little bit lower on my list.
Yeah.
But I think that this movie is better every time you watch it. And, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of style, sometimes to a fault, but it looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And I will agree with you. The story does kind of meander, though. That's what I thought. This watching it again
well, it's hard
for this
for
time
you
around.
to care about this 18-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Right? It's not your world. Are you not the demographic? Are you the demographic?
Am I the demographic of an 18-year-old girl?
Yeah.
Probably not.
You reminded me a lot of the Ghost Johns.
Oh, I did? Oh, that's sweet.
Well,
I don't know, man. It's just kind of like this time around, I liked it a little bit less. I get the Giallo thing. I think it's more of like a thriller. It plays more like a thriller to me, but I get that there's some supernatural and stuff. But the story just didn't 100% work
All it
for me.
takes is one person. I think it's a horror movie name.
Yeah, no, I know. We proved that already. So, but it does have a lot of style, an interesting story, and it's got Anya Taylor-Joy.
And a cool twist, man. I did not guess it. Did you guess it?
Yeah.
You did.
I did.
You did?
I did.
You swear?
I'd swear.
I thought maybe something else. Maybe you had no.
What a
maybe,
specific sentence.
Maybe you were thinking like, oh, this is that way, and then it was kind of that way, but it wasn't exactly the way you thought. You didn't think it was going to be the old lady, or the twist with the mother. Or I thought maybe
you got to throw off the listeners now with just like putting out every theory out there. No, it's if you're looking for a very colorful,
American Giallo.
American Giallo is a good way to put this. Yeah. Yes, but like a lot with Giallos, I find there's a lot of style over substance sometimes. You know,
and that's what that is. And I think,
yep.
And for a year that lacked a lot, and they all had limited capabilities of what they could do.
Yeah,
I think that this movie's fresh. Although there is one movie that has similar things with this that came out this year that we'll talk about later, but I don't know.
No, it's great
for girls.
And Edgar Wright is very.
Just because we're not girls does. I feel like any girl horror fan would love this movie.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I guess I never viewed it through that lens. I think a lot of people love this movie.
Next time you watch this movie, I want you to pretend to be a girl. Sit down. Maybe put on a little dress. Swirl around a little bit.
Let's get on our dresses, Corey. We're having an Edgar Wright movie night.
Sometimes you just gotta flip into the demographic.
I will say Edgar Wright does a great job with this film because this is not technically his demographic, right? He's making Baby Driver. He made Shaun of the Dead. He made all the World's End. All those movies, but
Simon Pegg was nowhere to be seen.
No, definitely wasn't. So, and Anya Taylor-Joy and the main character, her name's like Thomasin something or other. Thomasin McKenzie, who was in Jojo Rabbit and Old and lots of other movies like that. They both do a great job in this film. So yeah, if you're looking for a very colorful thriller, I would definitely check this one out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make you want to have sex in an apartment.
No, quite the opposite, actually.
Put a neon light in your window and have some sex done to you.
That was our number 9. Our number 8 tonight is finally, we get a Wendigo movie. The underrepresented Wendigo other than the movie Wendigo and Pet Sematary.
A Wendigo is just a Native American version of a werewolf, kind of.
Yeah, it's more like a spirit, right? But this one really plays with it. It is Antlers.
Carrie Russell. Not a big fan of Carrie Russell, but she did good.
She did a great job with this one.
She worked her butt off. And then you got that one guy from all the new movies.
Yeah, what's his face?
I like him. What is his face?
Well, Antlers is Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, it's got this great Oregon setting where a middle school teacher and her brother, who happens to be the sheriff, Jesse Plemons, kind of like
meets a
very dirty boy with a very traumatic.
He's trauma filled. There's something wrong with him, and it's not just the dirt.
And since she's a school teacher, she recognizes that this kid has got some definite trauma going on at home. And what she finds out the hard way is that he has been keeping not only his father, but his little brother too,
who are infected with. Well, I shouldn't say infected. Cursed.
They're kind of
cursed with the Wendigo
spirit,
and. They transform into these horn-having beasts that are very terrifying, fast-moving, cooler than a werewolf.
Cannibalistic. They eat people. Yeah, it's pretty gross. And it is a really...
Spitting up black.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It's really dark. It's really dirty. It's really grimy. Feels icky. It's better than the two werewolf movies we already talked about.
Yeah.
But I did get werewolf vibes from it, and I liked the little surprise ending, and the happy ending-ish.
I don't know. I don't think it was.
I got the sadness too, but but yeah, I bought this movie when it first came out. Got really into Wendigo lore.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of my favorite takes of Wendigo lore in a movie.
What other one is there? The movie Wendigo, and then this one.
Pet Sematary was a Wendigo. Yeah.
But differently.
They didn't really show that in the original movie, but in the story, it's very much a Wendigo. And there's been some other Wendigo movies out there, but none of them has been pulled off, I think, as well as this one.
It's the best Wendigo movie.
Yeah, it really deals with the Native American lore, and you get some good Wendigo violence.
Americans in this movie?
The police officer. Yeah. So you kind of get this interesting story, and the creature design is pretty cool, and it's pretty dark, actually. How you have to kill the Wendigo, how this kid is basically taking care of all of his family members, and trying to not let them out of this room as they're transforming into this horrible Wendigo creature. And it's definitely got
Rip
some
the flaming heart out and squash it.
Yeah, that would interesting way to kill a Wendigo too. So yeah, it takes some turns. It's got some brutal stuff, but it also is a mystery for, I would say, the first 2/3 of the film before you get really into the Wendigo thing.
I mean, not for us because we got to see that opening scene.
Yeah, I suppose we didn't know really what happened.
They were trying to figure it out. I knew exactly.
But it's kind of cool. It's like this weird Twin Peaky town. Where it's like in the Oregon mountains and deep forest, and very cool setting, very cool creature design. And it's the best Wendigo movie, I'm saying.
It's a good movie. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7. We're back with Netflix. Fear Street Part 3. 1666. The third part of a movie miniseries where each week a new movie came out, and this is the finale. A lot of people think this is the second best one, but me and Nate agree this is the worst because in these movies, they took it's not really based off of a Fear Street book, but it's based off of characters in other books, and they kind of did the Goosebumps thing they did in the movie where they brought all the stories into one thing. They picked 3 different time frames where the books took place in, and then they wrote this marvelous 3-movie script, and this is the big finale. The first half of the film takes place in 1966 with characters from the previous movies playing different characters as different people in an old setting to tell the story of Sarah Fear, which is the central character villain that precedes all three of these films. So we go back to the witch times where things look pretty 1666-ish. But
for the most part.
For the most part, they did okay.
Yeah.
And then after we figure out the true story of what happened to our main witch villain, we get to jump back in modern day, or 90s,
to resolve the story that was created.
The story from the first two films.
First film. Yeah.
And we have killers everywhere. We have characters everywhere. We find out the truth about the police, and we resolve our high school drama story. And I will admit, I thought that I was thinking this was going to be a little bit more teeny. It's obviously playing to a teen demographic.
It is.
But it has drugs, nudity, gore, violence, dead kids.
Some pretty decent gore too, actually. There's some kills in the series that are pretty brutal.
If you like to voyeuristically go into R-rated territory as a teenager, this is a great movie.
Well, I think it's because, R.L. Stine wrote the Fear Street series, I think, for teens back in the day. Like, they were like harder Goosebumps, right?
It was just as the Goosebumps fans grew up, he tried to
he tried to go for
them.
the young adult side, and then he started making adult novels too, which I read a couple of his. I think there was one called Superstition or something like that I remember.
You're talking about Robert Lawrence, right?
Is that RL? Is that what it stands for? Robert Lawrence Stein?
Yeah.
All right, R.L. Stein. Good enough, Robert Lawrence. Could there be a whiter name than Robert Lawrence Stein?
That's why he went with R.L.
Yeah, that makes sense. But no, what I thought was always cool about this, and we'll get this out of the way talking about this first movie, is that I love this concept. I looked forward to each movie as they premiered on Netflix. Because you watch the first one, it ended on the cliffhanger. You're like, shit, I can't wait for next week until this next one releases. And then I thought that was kind of like teen horror when I first watched it. Upon rewatching, this holds up pretty well. It's actually much better than the Scream movies that we've been getting, or the I Know What You Did Last Summer movie.
That's a bold thing to say. But...
Really? 5 and 6? I think they're kind of fresher. They're giving you the nostalgia that you want from some of these ones, and we'll talk about that as we come up on these other ones. But also, they're giving you this kind of unique storyline.
Say that a movie that copied a movie is better than a movie that didn't. That is preceding a movie.
The Scream movies?
That's like saying Scary Movie's better than Scream.
No, I'm saying like of the recent ones that we've been getting, and maybe the Scream ones I don't mind so much. But like, let's go with I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I didn't hate it as much as you did.
I'm just saying a lot of the slashers that have been coming out that are going to kind of like throw back to the 90s slashers, they haven't been that great.
Well, here's why I like this movie, because I'm glad that Netflix finally stopped trying to do their own horror thing and then grabbed a property that everybody liked and then took it seriously and let somebody else do something cool. And I'm glad that teenagers that only watch Netflix have this to watch.
Yeah. The characters are a little janky. They're a little low budget, but the production quality and you're right. It takes itself.
What does janky mean? Does that mean like
a little sketchy?
Rigid, like
a little sketchy, a little iffy,
like shanky with a J.
It's a hard J. Janky. But no,
But yeah, I do think Fear Street 3, 1966. So every one of the movies before this blatantly copied movies that I loved. This one tried to kind of do the witch thing.
Yeah, for the first half of the movie, but then it had to go back.
And I think that's why I like this movie the least out of the three, but it still made our list, and it's still pretty good.
Well, and we agree. The witch stuff is probably the weakest element of this movie.
Yeah.
But I love when it actually goes back and wraps up the original storyline that we got introduced to. I thought that was a really cool way of doing things.
Were you wearing a dress when you wore this?
I was not.
Oh, okay.
I have yet to enter my wearing dress in horror movie phase, but it's coming.
Well, number 6, let's say Fear Street Part 1, 1994. And as I was speaking before, The part 3 tried to do the witch and then tie everything together. Well, this one took so much from Scream that they even had Ghostface, just Skullface, pretty much.
Yeah.
We get to go to a 1994 mall. We get a little thing from Mia Hawke. We think she's going to be the main character, just like
Maya.
we thought Drew Barrymore was going to be the main character in Scream. And
they
then
did do
she
Scream.
dies, and then they brought in our Nancy. And I thought that was really cool. And I enjoyed the homage to Scream and movies from the late 90s. I liked the mall setting. The music was insane. Every 30 seconds, we got a new banger from 1994 from fucking every different demographic and genre.
The
of
soundtracks
songs.
in the first two movies are awesome.
The
dude.
second one, I think, did it wonderfully, where they just picked some really good songs and then they played them out. But in this one, as they were introducing the characters, they tried to introduce them with famous songs from the 90s.
That
and
were
it almost
relevant.
made my fucking head spin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
It was just like clips.
There's another one. Yep.
And then this one got really teen drama, but I guess that's what they tried to do with Scream, so I guess I kind of get it.
They had to set up, I mean, they were doing a trilogy, right? Back to back to back. Yeah. You got to set up the characters in this one. I think that's what hurts it the most is you're setting up a lot of the movie, but you get some cool ideas coming through. Before, I mean, like the first one is actually a film. And then it does end on a cliffhanger.
Is the first one actually a film?
Well, you know what I mean, though? Like it doesn't end like Strangers Part 1. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, this is just a whatever. It's a cliffhanger for another movie. Like you get the full story, but there is another thing that happens where it's like, oh, cool. We're going to 78.
Next time so you can fucking haunt it because it ain't that fucking bad.
But there's some cool chase scenes too. At the end of this film,
the exact same one from Scream. Remember when Skullface is running just like Ghostface?
Yeah,
and she's a little bit ahead.
It does
and
pay.
Then he gets her in this.
It's a heavy homage in the first one to the Scream franchise for sure.
And then they have that one guy that's supposed to be Jamie Kennedy, but he's masturbating and gay and.
He's masturbating and gay.
You remember when they all do the sex
the
thing?
Friend thing, right? Yeah.
When the well, this is from part 3 that we didn't mention, but
yeah.
The two girls reunite and have sex in a room, and then the chick's friend and little brother have sex in the room, and then they show the one guy jerking off in the mirror, and then he comes back and he's like, "Did you guys all do it?" And he was like,
too.
Me too.
It was yeah.
It was dumb, but it was also
a little funny.
A joke. It was a joke.
But there's this movie really surprised me though with the gore. I didn't think it was actually going to go as hard as it did, especially towards the end. And there were some surprising things that happened where like, oh, this isn't like your standard teen horror. You know what I mean? There's some intense stuff there.
That's pretty standard.
Maybe for you, but you're not the average movie watcher.
Yeah, I still have the heart of a teenager inside of me too.
Okay.
So it's easy.
I don't know what that means. But yeah, so this, I mean,
I don't feel 40.
No.
I feel 17.
50. Yeah, sure. That's good. It's good to be young on the inside.
So this movie is easy to watch.
Yeah, no, and it's really fun, and I think the only thing that maybe hurts it a little bit is there is setup for the rest of the trilogy, but you still get the goods when after the halfway point, after they kind of set up the whole storyline. I think it's going one way and then it twists into a different way.
The bus driver didn't stop when they started throwing coolers out the back.
Yeah, dude, that guy's fucking nuts. And like, why did they do that? How did you not think you were going to kill someone? That's crazy. Yeah, anyway.
All right, number 5, taking a step away from Netflix and teen horror to give you Halloween Kills, David Gordon Green's. Okay, so I remember when I was working at a bar and heavy COVID rules and everything, and it was going to premiere straight on Peacock. And I remember I said, dude, I don't give a fuck how busy the bar is. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I'm leaving at this certain time so that I can go home and watch Halloween Kills because Halloween Kills is going to be so great. And yes, we noticed some problems with Halloween 2019 or 2018, right?
I didn't. I loved it.
But we still thought it was a pretty good movie, and we thought that this movie was going to give us everything that we didn't have in the last movie or everything that we were waiting for. And oh my God, this is going to be... I went home and watched this fucking movie, and I was so upset. I was so angry. I had to pause it like 3 times, go get more stoned, because I was just like dumbfounded. Like, am I seeing this wrong? Am I in a bad mood? Like, what is going on? Yeah, it was cool to see Michael Myers step out of the infernal flame of the burning house and kill all those firemen. But then as soon as they started getting the town meeting and they started ganging up and like trying to street jump
Evil
Michael
dies tonight.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is in the hospital and overacting.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is going on? And who the fuck is turning this movie into what? And what the fuck? And I could not believe it.
David Gordon Green, he started.
And
That's where it all started.
And I've watched this movie, and I told myself I would maybe watch this movie one more time and now I've watched it fucking 8 more times.
Yeah.
And every once in a while I find it and I'm in a good mood and I'll find things I like about it, because there are really good shots in this movie, and there is a very strong, this is one of the only Halloween movies where you see him fight 10 guys at a time. It's also the first Halloween movie where you see him like really get his ass beat by elderly people. I don't know. Nick Castle comes back as the Shape in some parts, and then they got another guy that plays the Shape really well. And I think Michael Myers was kind of cool. He was like old Michael Myers. It was like Logan Michael Myers, and there's cool things about it. But then making the guy from Weird Science, Tommy Doyle, and making him so angry, I guess they wanted Paul Rudd to reprise the role, but he couldn't because he was doing something better.
It's Tommy Doyle.
Yeah. And I just like, there are glimpses of good Halloween action in this movie, but fuck this movie and fuck the story and fuck the performances. And
why is it our number 5 then?
Because it's 2021 and they weren't making movies because of COVID.
There was a lot of other movies.
Well, okay. Well, what you're telling me that you don't have gripes about Halloween Kills?
Oh, I definitely have gripes about Halloween Kills.
Okay,
This is where David Gordon Green started doing David Gordon Green shit to horror movies, and it just started.
Danny
and we
McBride
thought,
deserves a little bit of blame too.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but the whole Evil Dies Tonight shit, and then sidelining.
Just beat it to death, literally.
They really did, and it was so heavy-handed that it was just disgusting.
They're like, let's make Michael Myers let's make people kind of feel bad for him.
I've never been on more of a roller coaster ride than watching this movie, because the opening, when they go back to the original night on 1978.
Oh yeah, with Jim Cummings.
Fucking amazing, dude. I absolutely loved it.
And then they got the lookalike Donald Pleasance.
Yeah, and I absolutely loved everything they did. And I was like, this is going to be awesome. And then it starts going on, and then you're like, okay, I kind of
out the window. Yeah,
I love the fireman scene, and then all of a sudden it gets to that hospital, and then all the characters are kind of stupid and cardboard,
and annoying.
And it's kind of weird. I do love the whole like town rising up to try and kill Michael Myers, but I just don't think they did it well. I mean, the town should have. Every Halloween movie should have had the entire town, if they're being plagued by somebody that keeps coming back and killing people.
And why are they celebrating Halloween?
Exactly. It wouldn't exist in this town anymore, right?
I don't think so.
But even if it did and Michael Myers is back, then yeah, the town would rise up to do that. But they kind of do it in such a stupid way. I will say...
It's annoying and aggravating.
I've enjoyed this movie more and more each time I watch it.
I go back and forth.
Because it was pretty far down there when I first watched it, but I've enjoyed it more and more each time I watch it, because I didn't know how bad the series could get.
When you manage to make it worse the next one, then you go back to it.
Right, and then you're like, oh shit, well never mind, Halloween Kills isn't that bad. But I love, to some extent, that this movie is just kind of that old throwback to like a Halloween 5. I think this is like the Halloween 5 movie where Michael Myers is just out there killing people. And there's nothing else to it. Throw that Evil Dies Tonight shit. Throw that stuff out the window, and it's just Michael Myers being brutally, killing people.
It would just, if the movie would have just been Michael Myers doing Halloween Kills.
that's all I need.
Kill,
that's
kill,
all we want.
No story.
Yeah, don't put in that political shit. That was so bad.
Halloween kills.
Yeah, but we do get him just killing people and being a menace, which I did like to some extent. And when you get to Halloween Ends, you're like, no, this is not what I want.
Not talking about Halloween Ends.
Yeah, but so this does get better the more you watch it if you just take it as like, this isn't going to be a great Halloween movie, but you'll at least see him kill a bunch of people.
Now that I'm in a fucking bad mood. Number 4.
I can't wait till you watch it again.
Yeah, for another fucking episode. Yeah. For the David Gordon Green rank.
Oh, God.
Number 4, Fear Street Part 2, 1978. By far, the best entry in the trilogy is number 2. We step away from our characters to tell the story of a different older character that's created with our original characters. We go back in time to see them at Camp Crystal Lake. I mean, Camp whatever the fuck it was called. Might as well have been Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to make a camp slasher movie. And we get Stranger Things star Sadie Sink being a mouthy, angsty fucking teen that's getting lit on fire by her peers. Behavioral problems. We get some sex. We get a lot of weed smoking. We get a cool looking killer that resembles the Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Oh, yeah, the baghead thing.
They say that they took inspiration from Friday the 13th Part 2 with the pillowcase over the head.
It does look more
I
like
think it's more the Town
That Dreaded Sundown. Yeah.
But they take all these 70s slashers, the original slashers. I mean, this takes place in the year that the original Halloween was made. So we get to see a whole bunch of kids get mean to each other and then get fucked up for it. We get a really emotionally charged end with two sisters holding hands like it was a fucking Michelangelo painting or whatever the fuck. And I actually really liked that. And you get some of the older characters in the other films. You get to find out what they were like as teens, and you get a lot of hints for the end of the third piece. But I love this movie because it takes place in a camp, and it's
a summer camp slasher.
Yeah,
that's all we need.
And it's better than Hell of a Summer that came out this year.
Oh yeah.
You can do it. It wasn't funny. It was serious. It was the same director as the other two, even though this was supposed to be a different director that pulled off, and the other director had to come in and do all the work. And which
I'm glad.
They had the least amount of time to make this film, but this one is, I think, renownedly known as the best one in the series.
This is what I'm saying. You don't need to go too fancy with stuff.
Yeah,
just give us a summer camp slasher.
Do it, yeah.
Good one.
And the side story was good.
Yeah.
I like this film a lot.
It puts a lot of backstory into the actual overarching story of the three films, so it's really cool that way. But it also stands alone on its own merits. And the killer is brutal. He's killing people with an axe. Of masked character at a summer camp killing people with an axe. Yep. That's all we fucking need, and it's great.
Yep. And the actors do good, and the settings are good, and the blood is good. And did I mention that teens have sex and do drugs and get killed?
Yeah, they do it.
Boom.
The basics. Back to the basics, and it worked well.
Top 3. We talked about this one a few times before, it feels like, but maybe only just once before. But Candyman 2021, the 4th installment in the Candyman franchise and the predecessor of whatever. Tony Todd's not really in it, but we get the kid from the first movies whose dog got their head sawed off and he was thrown into the fire and escaped, and they erase that from his memory.
Yep.
And he soon finds out that he does have a connection to Candyman as he draws beautiful paintings. Well, I shouldn't say beautiful, but horrifically beautiful paintings that tell the story of Candyman. We get into the bonus lore of Candyman. We get to meet Sherman Fields. We get to meet new Candyman. We get to see a little bit of old Candyman. We get to see the bees. We get to see some really cool deaths. They did, and Cabrini Green in the first movie had this aesthetic about inner city, and it was beautiful with all the Philip Glass music and stuff. This one connected artistic, like an artsy vibe with the story of Candyman. And I think it's the second best Candyman by far. I think it's really good. I think Yaya, the guy that played the main character,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. He did great in it.
I thought he was fantastic. I thought
Yep.
his girlfriend was great. I thought his disconnection, how his slow decay into the lore. I thought it pulled back from the first movie. I do hate that it has the same title as the first movie and makes things really confusing for people.
It is really confusing.
But if you want to know more about what we think about this movie, I would go back to our Candyman episode that we did a year and a half ago or 2 years ago or whatever. We talk about it a lot, but this is a good movie, man.
No, it's a good movie. It's a direct sequel to the first film. So you could watch the first film, you watch Candyman, and then follow it up with Candyman. I think that's what it's stupid, like, wait, you're rewatching the first one again? No, I'm watching the sequel, but
with the same name.
Yeah,
you gotta stop doing that, Hollywood.
Yeah, no shit, man. There's nothing wrong with saying like Candyman 2 or 4 or whatever,
or Candyman again,
or Candyman Returns, or give us something other than just Candyman. They're still doing it, but it expands on the lore. It's a direct sequel to the first one, and if you guys want to know more, like Corey said, check out our Candyman franchise because that was fun.
Killing cops.
Our second one tonight, I'll just leave it at that. That was a weird segue. Killer cops.
Killing cops.
Killing cops. That's right.
Killing cops.
The second one tonight is
Black
one
Phone.
that we're going to be, following up with soon on the sequel, Black Phone.
Yep.
Ethan Hawke in a horror movie again. Being fucking weird.
No, Ethan Hawke playing a villain for the first time ever. He's finally aged enough where he's ready to play a villain. And he was a little nervous about it, I'm sure, especially because not only is he a villain, he's a kid-killing villain.
And he's not a nice guy in this film.
We take Scott Derrickson, who you know from Doctor Strange.
Sinister, right?
Sinister and a Hellraiser movie. Makes his best horror film, and he does a really great job taking us back to the late 70s. He does a really good job
it looks great.
Showing what it's like to be an abusive family. I think that these kids acted their fucking brains off.
Yeah, they did.
It has a simple brown scale filter that probably impressed you a lot.
Oh, is this going back to Knock Against the Cursed?
Yeah. Bet you really liked that they put just like a brown
oh my god
filter over
You
it.
know what, listeners, watch the movie The Cursed /8 for Silver and then see. Just tell me what you think.
We're talking about Black Phone. So we get a bunch of baseball kids.
You mean Brown Phone?
There's a with that filter, we get a baseball player, we get a fighting kid that helps out these kids. This kid's got a few friends. He meets a few kids. They all get abducted by the grabber. You see their black van. They disappear. They never come back. The town doesn't seem to make that big of a deal out of it, but they kind of did. They are trying to figure out how to do this, but they have no leads, even though it's a small town and the guy's literally driving around the fucking streets. I don't know how the fuck the cops...
He's not the most inconspicuous.
There's a guy... The only clue we have is black balloons, and there's a magician that lives down the street with a black van with no windows.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Creepy as fuck.
But... So after a bunch of kids get kidnapped, finally our main character that we've been following for a little bit and some great 70s tunes gets abducted, and he goes down there and he is trapped in a basement by the grabber. The grabber is playing mind games with him. Slowly, as he starts to go slightly insane, a non-working phone starts ringing and he gets to communicate with the ghost from the past. They give him all little hints on how they tried to escape and failed. And hopefully, with all the information from all these dead boys, they can't remember their name, but can remember where they hid things. This boy can finally defeat the grabber. And all the while, his young sister, played by Madeline McGraw, who is a big-time child horror actress who's, I'm sure, going to go on to do great things.
Yeah.
Is, what do you call that? Not telepathic, not telekinesis. She can see...
Clairvoyant.
There you go.
Yeah.
She can see clues on how to solve things about her brother. And even though every time she comes up with a clue to save her brother, her dad smacks her with a belt. Because her mom went crazy from the same thing. But that's something you should watch the movie and think more about into it. They do a really good job making that dad a piece of shit. He's almost worse than the grabber.
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, there is some like child trauma to it. What I love about it though is that it is able to handle the supernatural element very well with like the kind of slasher, creepy, real character. You know what I mean?
Well,
the grabber is very much
slasher to this.
He's not, but he's a creepy serial killer though, right? And so he's in the real,
like
but they
the Punished
blend.
Boys.
Yes, but they blend a creepy a creepy character with a supernatural element too,
with the phone,
with the black phone.
With
yes,
these dead children coming back from the grave to communicate to help. But yeah, and
so it's like a hybrid movie, you know.
I don't want to talk about what we know about the sequels to come about, but as it was really, really an interesting film, and I think. I think it's scary. I mean, it's like a kidnap movie. But, oh, God, great soundtrack, great filter.
Yeah, really great
camera
soundtrack.
work, great actors, and cool ending. Kind of Silence of the Lambsy at the end there, too.
Yeah, it really is. And the grabber is a pretty cool character, too. You know, a horror character. I mean, the mask is creepy. He is really weird.
Just maybe
really
get
weird.
people to stop talking about Art the Clown for 4 minutes after the second one.
No
comes
shit.
out. But we'll see. No diss against Art the Clown, but we need somebody else to talk about, too.
Yeah.
So Black Phone's great. Check it out. Fucking A.
Think you're gonna like it.
Our very best movie, the best movie of 2021, after much debate and much contemplation, it is James Wan's Malignant. He took a break from horror films after making 2 huge, successfully generic franchises to make some superhero movies and make some fucking dramas.
Well, he did the Insidious ones, right?
Yeah.
And The Conjuring.
Yeah.
And Saw.
Yeah.
3.
And then he took a break and
Yeah.
he started making other shit.
Yeah, okay.
And then he finally came back to horror, but he said, you know what? I've been doing the same thing for a while. I want to make a horror movie for horror fans. I want to make a really weird movie. I want to make one that doesn't make much sense, that has something really gross. I kind of want all those Conjuring fans, I kind of want to piss off a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I could see that.
You know what? I got to use CGI in this one because the story's so out there, but I'm going to get the best people to do it. And he makes this campy psychological horror
batshit
basket case remake.
Yeah.
And this was I bought the movie, and I think 2021 when it came out on 4K, and I left it sealed until.
Oh, this is a first time watch for you?
Yeah, and I watched it twice.
Oh,
so
wow.
The first time I watched it, and I placed it around 4 or 5.
Okay.
And then you told me that I think Malignant might be at the top of my list. And I said, oh, really?
Yeah.
And then I looked at the reviews and everybody said, first time I watched this, I didn't really like this movie. Second time I watched it, I really liked it. So I said, I better watch this one again.
Sure.
And then after my second watch, I moved it right up to the front. And
you put it at number 1 too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Even though I opened it up, pulled out my digital code.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers is no longer letting you
redeem it?
Use any codes as of September 2nd.
Oh, that's lame. It doesn't even like go into Fandango or anything like that. What a bullshit.
But they're going to get bought by
Paramount.
Somebody.
I think it's Paramount.
Somebody.
Yeah.
But anyways, Malignant is weird, campy, what the fuck. The CGI takes you out a little bit. The acting is, I think, purposely bad.
It is campy. Yes. Yeah, I think it's purposely campy. I think everything, because here's the thing, and this is why I brought this up. He's done Saw. He's done Insidious. He's done The Conjuring. He's made these influential horror films, right? And so he has done some big things, and then he comes out with this movie, and it's fucking wild. It's fucking insane.
It's a little bit sexy.
It's a little sexy. It's a little sexy. It's got some it's got some like atmosphere. I think he did everything intentionally. And when I saw this for the first time in the theaters, I was like having a blast because I was like, this is so weird, but this is a fucking movie that does not get made now. It gets made in the 80s.
It gets made now.
It gets made in the 80s.
The last 3 years have had.
The late 80s, you could see this film coming out.
Yeah.
Like some weird fucking
You can
late
see it coming
80s
out this
Italian
year
film.
too, but yeah, it came out of the blue in 2021, especially when people were expecting.
And the campiness and then the cop station scene is so over the top that I remember watching that and I was going, I should hate this, but I absolutely love it because it's just so batshit nuts. And it's
kind of like Spiral. This came out this year too.
Well,
we'll talk about it later.
Different, yeah, I guess. But that's what I loved about it is because I really felt like I was watching a movie that just doesn't get made anymore by these films. That's totally original, totally campy. Hey, let's just ham it up and turn it up to 11 type of thing.
But also have a very serious main character.
And it plays it straight, though, too. Yeah. It plays it straight, even though it's meant to be campy.
Did you see the twist coming?
No, not the first time I watched it. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. Okay. Did you? You already knew about it, though, right? Hard to escape that.
I actually didn't get spoiled.
Oh, really?
I didn't know about the back, but I knew that it was her somehow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I knew that she was not in control of her own brain.
I think
I saw that coming. I didn't necessarily expecting it to be Basket Case.
Right. And it's a fucking wild ride. And just know that it's supposed to be intentionally silly.
Cool weapon.
Yeah.
Good kills. Not very creative, but good kills.
Yes.
Solid. Terror. Terror solid. Creativeness. I mean, it's not Basket Case, let's be honest, but it was good, man. It's good. And what a breath of fresh air for the year. It has a little bit of a Giallo feel, too.
Yeah, it definitely does. I 100% agree with that.
American Giallo in 2021.
And the fact that you were like comparing this to a Basket Case vibe.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, movies don't get made like the Basket Case one.
Well, they're going to start now because the last 2 years has been pretty good.
Well, but we're
back and we're coming back into a great age of horror films where they can now do anything.
And I hope you're right, because that's one thing I've thought of over the years too, is like when I go back and we watch some of these movies for these years, like in the 80s and 90s and stuff, and they have these crazy fucking premises. I was like, no one takes chances on this weird premise anymore.
The 2010s
you know what I mean?
Was too easy, and now
2010s
now the
calmed
world's
it down.
getting uglier, so we can do all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and I think people want to escape from reality now. You know,
I mean, after the Vietnam War, they had the fucked up 80s, and then now after COVID and our political
climate,
fucking confusion and collide, people are ready to get weird.
Yeah. And I'm all for it because I think we need that escape. And this movie definitely provides you a fucking cheesy, fun escape.
All right, recap. Number 10, Cursed. Number 9, Last Night in Soho. Number 8, Antlers. Number 7, Fear Street 3, 1666. Number 6, Fear Street number 1, 1994. Number 5, Halloween Kills. Number 4, Fear Street 2, 1978. Number 3, Candyman, 2021. Number 2, Black Phone. Number 1, Malignant. As bad as you thought it would be, or
2021?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember things were as bad in 2021. Pretty good year. Pretty good year.
Movies that you think would have made it that did not make it. Shout out to Lamb. I like this movie. It's an A24 film. It's very slow, but the end got me shook. I can't even talk about that, but it might be worth watching. VHS 94. The first segment in that film is fucking awesome. Rama. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Saw's departure and continuance of its series Spiral. Chris Rock plays a goofy ass fucking cop. That movie was okay. Mad God was a movie that took about 20 years to make, but nobody liked. And it had cool things about it, but I get why nobody liked it.
Well, I think, Mad God had the cool stop motion stuff.
I'll give a shout out to Jacob's wife for having Barbara Crampton and that Fassbender guy doing a vampire movie. I actually really liked Till Death with Megan Fox. I didn't think that was so bad.
I didn't watch that one.
So Megan Fox is married to this guy she fucking hates, and they're going to get a divorce or whatever. But they say, hey, let's go out to this cabin one last time. He handcuffs himself to her and shoots himself in the head, and then calls her murderer some guy that tried to murder her years ago gets him out of prison and tells him, hey, come kill my wife while I'm handcuffed to her. Megan Fox nails it, dude. It's actually really not bad. You should check that out if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one.
Paul should watch that because it's made by the same guy that made Subservience.
Uh-oh.
But yeah. Don't Breathe 2, a lot of the same. I love Brandon Sexton the third, but it was just a filter.
You and this filter word, man, is crazy.
It was just a trick of a filter in the same movie, trying to make a bad guy a good guy, even though he's a bad guy. This girl's just surrounded by bad guys.
Yeah, I think it's
she has to pick which bad guy she wants to be loyal to.
It's an all right movie. I think it's
if you like methamphetamine.
It's a bold take to take a rapist, blind murderer and make him a hero in the second film. It's a bold take.
Shout out to We're All Going to the World's Fair. That was the person that made I Saw the TV Glow.
Yes.
And you can see how he got to where he was here by watching this one, although it's probably should have been a 15-minute movie.
I agree. I agree with
Nicolas Cage was also in Prisoners of Ghostland. Bill Moseley was in that too. Movie sucked, but I wish it would have been good. Shout out to Titane, which is a critically acclaimed movie that I actually don't like, but I get why everybody likes it. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Shout out to The Conjuring's worst entry, The Devil Made Me Do It. I don't like these fucking movies. Michael Chavez. Michael Chavez.
Yeah, that's not a good movie.
So yeah, 2021. Not as many movies as every other year, but
no,
the thing.
But
you want to do awards?
Let's do awards.
I still wish that was Gremlins. Or something. I don't know.
I don't know, honestly.
All right. Did the work. Awards 2021. Art, was it Titane, Mad God, Last Night in Soho, Halloween Kills, Candyman 2021, Black Phone, or Malignant? Hands down, Malignant kind of copied a fucking Suspiria thing.
Yeah.
Or a Tenebrae thing.
I could see that, yep.
But you were going to say Last Night in Soho?
Yeah, it's a very colorful, vibrant poster.
Like
There's
pink?
a lot going on.
I thought you liked those dark filters. Those brown tints. And those...
This is your bit.
This one kind of had like a pink...
I wish there was a filter for this
one kind of had like
bit.
a pink tint. I don't know. I guess as long as there's a tint. Best music, was it The Black Phone, Fear Street 1972, Candyman 2021, Fear Street 1994, Last Night in Soho, Titane, or Halloween Kills? Halloween Kills upgraded the Halloween theme and made it kind of sound kind of cool, but at the same time, leave A Perfect Thing be. 1994 had a lot of music, but almost too much that made you not like it. Black Phone had a really great 70s soundtrack, but for me,
78,
because they did Carry On Wayward Son.
Well, among others, yeah.
Among others.
That's a great soundtrack.
I think they did it better.
Yep, I would agree.
Best effects in a movie from 2021, was it Malignant, Halloween Kills, Fear Street Part 2, Fear Street Part 1, The Sadness, Last Night in Soho, Willy's Wonderland, or Mad God?
It's got to be The Sadness, I think, for me. There's some brutal stuff in there.
I'm actually giving it to Malignant because while The Sadness had the most effects and the most gore, and it was the bloodiest, they put a human body out of the back of a fucking female's head, and it reminded me of the old... Although there is a lot of CGI in Malignant, I feel like the actual appendage...
Yeah, no, that looks
bursting out of the brain.
Yep.
Stuck in my mind better. But I guess you're probably right. All right. Best story, was it Black Phone, Candyman, Last Night in Soho, or Lamb?
I don't really like Lamb. You like Lamb?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
It made my number. It was my number 12.
I was actually kind of impressed with the Candyman storyline to take it and turn it into... He's not just a singular person. It's an entire entity. You know what I mean? And blend that in.
For me, it's Last Night in Soho because whether or not the horror doesn't show up at the end, when it got there, it was elaborate.
Okay.
And it felt like a book.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely did. Is it a book? I wonder if it's a book.
Probably is a book. Best camera work, was it Malignant, Candyman, Black Phone, Last Night in Soho, Halloween Kills, or Lamb? I said camera work for Lamb because Ireland is beautiful. And it doesn't matter how good of a cameraman you are if you're filming that kind of beautiful shit. And the way that they filmed the animals to have personality, I thought was cool. But I wanted to give to Halloween Kills from those long shots that they do too. But then there was dumb parts too that weren't good camera work. It was like half and half. I'm going to give it to Malignant because they were literally spinning from the sky to the underground and switching between worlds and making it seamlessly and memorable.
It's got some great camera work.
Best director, was it James Wan for Malignant, Edgar Wright for Soho, Scott Derrickson for Black Phone, Leah Janik for the Fear Street movies, or Phil Tippett for Mad God?
Man, okay, well, I know some Mad God fans are going to get pissed to not
worked
pick
so
him.
hard on it.
Yeah, but I don't care. I was thinking James Wan for Malignant, but Lee Janik because she made
did
three movies.
And she didn't even think she was going to have to do all that work, and she did it, and she did well.
Yes, she did.
Best guy in a movie that acted. Is it Yahya Abdul Muhammad II from Candyman, Ethan Hawke, Black Phone, Nicolas Cage from Prisoners of Ghostland and Willy's Wonderland, Jesse Plemons in Antlers, or Chris Rock in Spiral? Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. He's
First
the most
time
memorable.
Did a good job.
Yep.
Best girl that acted in a movie from 2021 was Sadie Sink in Part 2 of Fear Street, Megan Fox from
Till Death?
Not only Till Death and Night Teeth. She had a little spot in that one too. Anna Taylor-Joy and Last Night in Soho, Barbara Crampton and Jacob's wife. Madeline McGraw, Black Phone, Noomi Rapace from Lamb, Kerry Russell in Antlers, Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween Kills, Annabelle Wallace in Malignant, or Zelda Adams in Hellbender.
Ooh, this is tough.
Madeline McGraw, little girl, acted the shit out of her trauma with her dad. Those scenes with her and her dad.
Oh, yeah, on the Black Phone,
gave me chills.
Yeah,
she really,
I agree.
really did a good job.
Yeah, she
for
did
being
do a great
young
job.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard not to give it to Aaron Taylor-Joy, but Madeline McGraw. Other actor that wasn't a main character that acted in a movie, was it Max, the brother in Black Phone? Tony Todd as Candyman cameo at the end. Mia Hawke, Ethan Hawke's daughter in Part 1.
Yep.
Jim Cummings in Halloween Kills. Samuel L. Jackson in Spiral. Brandon Sexton III in Don't Breathe 2. Bill Moseley as the governor in Ghostland. Or Michael C. Hall in John and the Hole as the dad. I'm giving it to Jim Cummings in Halloween Kills.
Yeah, I was
love
thinking about
him.
that one.
And he was so great. And whether or not he played the same character he plays in every movie that he actually acts in.
He kind of does, doesn't he?
But it was cool. I love.
Did you watch Thunder Road yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Bad guy. Favorite bad guy in a movie from 2021. Was it Gabriel in Malignant? The Grabber in Black Phone? Ratma! VHS 94. Sherman Fields, even though he wasn't really a bad guy, but he was. Candyman. Michael Myers in Halloween Kills, the Wendigo monster in Antlers, the gorilla puppet Gus in Willy's Wonderland, Bill Moseley as the governor in Prisoners of Ghostland, or the dad goat in Lamb.
I gotta give it to
Ratma!
Really? That's what you're doing, huh?
Ratma!
Is that your actual pick?
Mm-hmm.
Even over the Grabber?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The Grabber reminds me of Rad.
Okay. It's an old callback. Yeah, all right. Now I'm going to go Grabber, though.
It's just not scary after you see Rad dressed up as the Grabber.
Emaciated.
Those skinny legs and that big dong. Big dong. Best kill. Movie from 2021. Was it the bread cutter head part in Fear Street?
94?
Yep. Was it the grabber's death at the end of Black Phone? Whoops. Spoiler. Was it the sister dying while holding hands, pointing fingers at each other in 78? Was it the art critic in Candyman's death with the splattering of the windows? Was it all the firemen getting killed by Michael Myers in Halloween Kills? Or was it Nicolas Cage killing Gus the Gorilla in Willy's Wonderland?
It's gotta be
the bread cutter. Come
Yeah,
on. They
the
took
bread
a
cutter,
real
yeah.
head, they put it through a bread cutting machine.
Dude, it looked
and when
great.
it came out the other side, you could still see the chick's face.
Yeah, all sliced up.
But it was all fucked.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. It reminds me of the meat slicer in Intruder.
Yeah.
Yep.
They said that. Crush. Was it Anya Taylor-Joy singing
Yes.
and killing in Soho? Was it the girl from Malignant? Was it Megan Fox? You should have watched that movie, dude. It really wasn't bad. Better than Hush.
I'm actually going to add it to my list.
Sydney Sweeney.
Better than Hush, yeah,
a little
right.
part in Night Teeth. Or Barbara Crampton. Old Barbara Crampton.
Yeah,
as
but
a
she's still
vampire.
great in Jacob's Wife.
Megan Fox for me. She.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going Anya
Kinda
Taylor-Joy.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't even like the movie enough to make it your top 13.
Nope. She looked great in it.
Weird guy.
I'm complicated.
Pink filters. That one. Right.
You got the lights in here, yeah.
All right. Cosplay. Anything you'd want to cosplay for the movies of 2021? Gus the Gorilla or Jacoby dressing up as Gus the Gorilla. Jacoby with Gabriel on his back. Jacoby as Grabber, even though he couldn't do it as good as Rad, I don't think. Ratma.
She just like saying that name.
Sherman Fields or the Goat Dad. Okay, so I'm saying I would like to see Jacoby dress up as Sherman Fields giving out candy at Crypticon.
Really?
But I think the best cosplay that he could pull off would be a Gabriel on the back of your head.
I think so. Yeah, that's the one I was going to go
And
with.
if I were to dress up as anything, it would be Gus the Gorilla.
Ratma.
Well, no. You could be Ratma. Rad would be a good Ratma.
Mm-hmm.
You could ruin that movie for me, too. Best ending in a movie from 2021. Was it Malignant? Candyman? Last Night in Soho? Lamb? Or Spiral?
What was this?
The best ending.
Not
Was it the twist ending in Malignant?
That's why I was like, really? Spiral? We've seen this 10 times in a Saw movie before?
Yeah, but it's Samuel L. Jackson.
No, I
and
get
his
that.
son is Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Aren't they about the same age?
No.
Samuel L. Jackson old enough.
Samuel L. Jackson's in his 70s already. Believe it or not.
Anyways, the best ending was Lamb, by far. You're watching this slow-ass movie, watching all these animals baa and interact with each other, and you're finally like, dude, this has got to be a good payoff. This has got to be a good payoff. And at the very end...
We should watch Black Sheep for your birthday.
I've seen Black Sheep. Lamb for me. What's it for you? What's your favorite ending?
Best ending, Malignant's kind of cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Malignant.
Most savage moment in 2021. Mine is going to be, I don't know, blindly fast forward to the middle of sadness and see what happens.
Just get in that hospital scene.
What was the most savage scene you've seen in 2021?
Yeah, it's got to be the...
Something from the sadness?
The eye hole scene.
eye hole.
I'll just leave it at that. Banging it.
Best tape you got? None of us have a tape, I don't think. But I have the Malignant 4K, and I have Black Phone on 4K, and Malignant's my favorite one because the art's better.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't do VHSs for...
Yeah, it's hard to do.
2021.
Hard to find. Ratma! Anyways, coming up, we have Bone Lake comes out in the beginning of October, along with on the same day, Good Boy, the PG-13 dog horror, and Justin Long in Coyotes. All come out on the same day in early October.
All exciting.
What do you think about Bone Lake?
I am going to go to the theater to see that.
Because the hot chicks?
No, not
Oh,
just
it
'cause
has
of the hot
kind of like a
chicks.
dark filter on the film?
God, I can't wait till we end this episode.
It's like the water almost looks black.
No, when I saw the trailer for it, I can't remember what movie we were seeing for that, it was surprisingly interesting to me.
I think
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be...
It could go either way.
Yeah. Kind
Go either way, because if they're trying to make people of today like it, it can't be good.
I don't know. It kind of looked like an interesting little thriller.
Coyotes, do you know anything about it?
No. I just heard about that for the first time.
It's probably a fucking Australian werewolf movie.
Oh, God. No, we don't need another marsupials. Coyotes is trapped in their Hollywood Hills home. A family fights for survival when caught between a raging wildfire and a pack of savage coyotes. Coyotes aren't that big, dude.
Maybe these ones are.
I mean, Justin Long, I'll watch it. I'll watch anything with Justin Long, but yeah, what are these mutant coyotes? They're not that big.
Ratma!
You might be able to kick them off.
Yeah, fuck a coyote. And then Good Boy, we've already talked about that in the past. That'll probably be pretty funny. I know a lot of people.
Yeah, I've heard very good things about that one.
So that's episode 64 wrapped up, 2021. We're going to come back with our Halloween episode. We're going to do my favorite Halloween movie of all time. I'm so lucky that Nate agreed to this because I thought he was going to make me do something different. But Night of the Demons rank plus...
Yeah, there's only 3 movies, right? But 4 with the remake. But
we could count Night of the Demon if we want.
The Bigfoot movie, Bigfoot ripping dicks off. Yeah, but we're gonna have games. We're gonna have fun stuff to do on that episode.
Nate's gonna come up with a couple of things. I'm gonna come up with one thing.
Just one. Well, that's all we need.
So
yeah, it's our spooky season episode. We're gonna do something special. We always do.
Yeah, and maybe even an appearance by Ratma.
Now I'm doing it.
Ratma. That was a good segment, but the rest of it sucked. Attention class. I am Dr. Van Vostis. Who keeps talking in that such tone?
I didn't hear anything, Dr. Von Vitus.
Yes. Why did I say that?
I don't. It's such a fucking hard name to remember.
I can't even remember it.
Okay, maybe we should start from the top.
I thought we were just going to leave it be and never bring up his name again. Okay, start up again.
Okay. Can you do something a little easier? Like, what the fuck? No one has ever named that, and you expect me to remember that?
I said doctor instead of
yeah, he's a doctor. It came. I mean,
murder.
Way to overachieve and come back and teach high school. Jesus, Doctor. Okay.